Hello, everybody. It's me again. Trying to keep everybody informed on the diseases that I have. As I said on the last one, I'm still learning about the diseases as well. So the things that I know, I am going to tell you guys and keep going from it. We'll know exactly what it is because we'll help each other out. And so, all right, so I'm going to talk about the lung disease. The lung disease is called scleroderma. Scleroderma or systematic sclerosis is a chronic connective tissue disease generally classified as one of the autoimmune rheumatic diseases. The word scleroderma comes from two Greek words. Sclero means hard, and derma means skin. The hardening of the skin is one of the most visible manifestation of the diseases. Diseases has been called progressive systematic scoliosis. But the use of the term has been discouraged since it has been found that scleroderma is not necessarily progressive. Disease varies from patients to patients. Okay, with me, hey mama, there are two different types. Well, several different types. Let me see. Yeah, there are two different types of scleroderma: localized scleroderma or systematic. I have systematic. Localized meaning it's more containing your hands, your skin. My skin does have some part of it because it's starting to get tight. My face is getting tight. I can't really open up my mouth as wide as I used to. My skin would start getting real shiny and hard. I really don't have it's hard to get a vein, so I have a power port to help get the blood or whatever it is they need. And it came a little after I was diagnosed with lupus. Hey, Nicole. I had to have surgery on the right lung, and they still couldn't find out what it was. So they went in and did it again. Still couldn't find it out. So they sent me to Vanderbilt. And I got my second opinion, and they found out exactly what it was, started me on the chemo treatments, and I was out of it. I didn't get sick from it. Everything was just went swell. So that was in 2014. 2015, I was put on oxygen. My lungs just wasn't acting right. It caused also scleroderma caused a lot of scar tissue, and mostly the pain comes from the scar tissue. They put me on oxygen. I was on it for almost a year, but in October of 2015, I was put on a ventilator. I had so much fluid on my lungs. I had pneumonia a lot between 2014 and 2015 was the main thing for me, flu and pneumonia. But thank God I got past all that stuff. And then they put me on the ventilator. I was on there for like 3 days or so, something like that. Didn't know a thing. I say in 2016, I was off oxygen. Man, God is so good. I went through so much from 2014 till now. I'm getting so much better to how to deal with this stuff. Because I'm not claiming none of this at all. That's why I say these diseases. I don't say my diseases. But mama said I was on it for a week. Wow. I was on the ventilator for a week. But man, God got me through all of it. He also helped my family as well, like, cuz going through from having a a family member just healthy as ever, then going to being real sick. I mean, that'll take a toll on somebody. It's scary. And I go back and forth to Vanderbilt for my doctors. I'm not saying nothing wrong with Jackson doctors, but I mean, Vanderbilt is good. Vanderbilt is good. So I go back and forth to Vanderbilt to see my rheumatologist, the heart doctor, lung doctor, a lot of stuff. But it started saying that a little while ago that the lung disease was getting worse. I don't understand that, how it's getting worse, and I'm not even on oxygen. I wouldn't even say I don't understand. I understand because God does it all. I understand it. I found out I had lupus in January of 2014. My grandmother watched my mother go through it, and she watched my aunt to go through it, so she helped the doctors to diagnose me because she knew exactly, like, what was going on. And I started having, like, my body would ache with cold weather. I was, like, feel real stiff and, like, didn't understand none of it. And then I got real sick a little after my birthday. My birthday is January the 10th. I got sick a couple of days afterwards. And I went to the hospital, and they said I had the flu. And then they said I had some type of infection. Didn't know what it was. And so I was isolated. And like I said, my grandmother helped the doctors to diagnose me. And so they gave me on the right things that I need at that moment. And I started getting better. But as it gradually got up, because in April, that's when I had the first surgery on my lungs. Back in May of this year, I say April, May, my lungs kept collapsing. Like, it really just kept collapsing, my left lung. And went to Vanderbilt for the first surgery, but didn't get it because my heart rate was up so high. I was in so much pain, and my heart rate was up so high, and they couldn't get my heart rate down, so they had to reschedule it. And then they took the chest tube out. I had a chest tube as well. They took it out because I went home with it, and they finally took it out. But a week or two later, I was back at the hospital having so much pain, trying to breathe, and my left lung collapsed again. So I was in Vanderbilt for a whole month because I went through being there for like 2 weeks, and then finally did the surgery and stayed in for another whole 2 weeks. I've been in the hospital months at a time. Like, it's hard to, like, keep up with all this stuff, but I try my best to, because it helps other people stay encouraged of what somebody done went through. You never know who done, like, what somebody else going through, because they can be worse off than you. But I always just stay thankful because, I mean, God has been so good to me. He's been good to a lot of us. I mean, we are still here going through all this and fighting and staying strong. I can't do nothing but stay strong because he has been good to me. And can't give up. I'm going to keep fighting. I am going to keep fighting this battle. It's not, I want to say battle. I want to keep fighting to let people know that this is going to be defeated. It's already defeated. Because God is fighting a battle. But this is defeated. All of it. Everything about it. Yeah. And so, I'm just helping everybody out. But I will talk more about this stuff. I'm going to start, like, writing stuff down and having highlights. And so, a lot of stuff to talk to you guys about. Also, send me questions. I mean, if you have questions, send me questions. I will get back on the next live to answer your questions. I'm going to keep up with y'all, and y'all keep up with me. You guys be blessed. Hold on. Do medicine control it, or do you still come and go with medicine? Yeah, sometimes I do have some medicine that'll help control it, Nicole. But it flares up. It will flares up. It will flare up. Like I have this thing called gastroparesis. It's what's messing up with my stomach lately. It's like where you can take a couple of bites of something and you're already full, and it hurts. It will really hurt. Like sometimes it comes back up. Like your stomach, it just hurts so bad. I love you too, Lee. But medicine does help sometimes. But I try not to rely on it so much. I always keep my blessed oil next to my bed and anoint myself. I mean, I speak life all over myself. Because it ain't nothing like speaking life over yourself. And man, it's amazing. I mean, I'm still here. I am still here going through all that. Hey, Shelly. But like I said, ask me questions, send it into my inbox or whatever it is you have to do. And we'll keep helping each other out. Because we all need it. We most definitely need the help. All right, love you guys. Good night.